Hello and welcome to Sorare Assist. Videos on this channel are every Wednesday and Friday. Today I'm going to be showing you all the sites and websites I use to help pick my SO5 teams. These sites are going to show you all the stats and statistics you need to see for player scouting, and also injury reports as well for players and predicted lineups as well. So stay tuned to make sure you check out these websites, get them on your favourites and get ahead of the game. Before all that, if you just discovered this channel, then welcome. If you're a returning visitor, it's good to see you again. On this channel you will find all the Sorare content that your brain can handle, and managers of all experience levels will find this content useful. So make sure you subscribe by smashing that subscribe button and tap that notification bell to be the first to be alerted about any new videos. If you found this video useful, then please give me the thumbs up by clicking that like button. If you haven't signed up to Sorare yet, then what are you waiting for? Get signed up using the link below to get a free limited card and 13 common cards. If you have any questions or thoughts about this video, then drop them in the comments section below. Right, now that's done, let's get stuck into today's content. So today I'm going to be sharing all the websites that I use to help me pick my SO5 teams, and also help me scout out some potential transfer targets. So let's start with the first site, and that is of course Soraredata. Now if you've not heard of Soraredata yet and you've signed up on Sorare already, then you must have been living under a rock. This is one of the best Sorare websites that you can find in terms of football statistics for the players and other things like cups and tournaments that you can enter, and also a facility for picking your SO5 teams as well. So as you can see from this front screen, there's a plethora of information on here, including the auction volume in the last 24 hours, the SD50 index, which is the Soraredata index. So it's a bit like the FTSE 100 index basically, and just showing what the market's doing as a whole in terms of going up or down. Shows some market trends on here as well, where you can see the most sold rare players, the rising players, and also as an auction facility as well, where you can limit it to different scarcities of card as well if you're looking for a particular card or a particular position. These of course are the auctions that are on Sorare website itself. Good thing about these auctions is you can look at the last 5 scores and also the last 15 scores average as well, rather than just the last 5 scores as you see on the Sorare website. Also shows you percentage of games that player has played in the last 5 and the last 15, which is also very useful to see if they're a regular starter. As I say, there's an option to play in cups and leagues on here as well for free using your Sorare cards. There's also a game week centre as well, where you can look at the current performance of your players in the current game week. You can also look at rankings as well of all the different leagues on Sorare, see who's got see who's top currently, and also see how many players they've got left to play as well, which is very useful if you're looking for if you're looking like you're doing well that week and you want to see if the player who's just behind you has got many players left to play. There's also a market option where I touched on a minute ago, where you can look at live auctions. There's scouting as well, so you can look at player scouting. So if you're looking for player rankings, if you're looking for a particular player in a particular league, you can filter this as well to defenders in the Champion America. Just click the filter button there, and that's going to filter it to all the players in the Champion America and defenders. And it shows you a plethora of information on here in terms of SO5 stats, decisive score in the last 15 and things like that. So it's a very useful site for doing your scouting. You can also look at your gallery as well, your own gallery on here, your watch list, your SO5 results, and many other options as well. So this is a fantastic all around site really for all Sorare content. Sofascore is another one that I like to use, and I use this mainly for stats and league tables, that sort of thing, because you can actually look at the match reports of games that have been played, and you can look at the lineups, and you can actually look at the players and how they've performed. But not only that, you can click on a player and you can see all the statistics here that could be relevant as well to the Sorare scoring matrix, things like clearances, interceptions, tackles, the duels that that player has won or lost, accurate passes of that player as well, shots on target, and very important stats like that. So in terms of stats, this is the one that I go to, and this is a fantastic site for raw stats. In terms of lineups, I like to use Rotawire.com, is one of the ones that I use anyway. It shows you a screen like this where it shows you predicted lineups for the teams for every match in that league. They cover at the moment the English Premier League, the French League 1, Spanish La Liga, Italian Serie A, German Bundesliga, the American MLS, Champions League, and the Mexican Liga MX. And I find that these predicted lineups are very, very accurate most of the time as well. So this is a fantastic resource. Another good site that I use for lineups is Whoscored.com. As you can see, they've got predicted lineups for the English Premier League, the Serie A, the Liga, Bundesliga, League 1, American MLS, Brazilian League, the Russian League, Holland League, Portugal, Turkey, Argentinian League as well. So plenty of leagues there, predicted lineups, and also they've got the Champions League, Europa League as well in terms of predicted lineups. So to see a predicted lineup, all you need to do is just click on the relevant league that you want to look at. So if I just click on the Brazilian League here, because I think there's some matches coming up at the time of recording, and all you need to do is click on preview for that particular game. That's going to take you to a predicted lineup for those teams, which is absolutely fantastic. Another good thing about this site is that it also shows you who's currently out injured, and also a little write-up on every team in terms of team news. So this is a fantastic resource to get stuck into. Another good site for lineups is sportsmole.co.uk. The good thing about this is it has matches like the internationals, so even obscure internationals like these ones here, so Congo v Madagascar, but things like Japan as well, Japan and China, which obviously some of the players are on so rare for them. So it's very useful for that sort of thing, looking at predictive lineups for more obscure matches. The good thing about this though as well is if you click on a game, so I've just clicked on the Germany v Romania match here, it does give you a detailed write-up on this match preview. Gives you a little preview of the match, tells you about team news as well, who's potentially injured, who could potentially start, and also gives you a predicted lineup as well for each team, as you can see here. So this is a fantastic resource again for predicted lineups. Another good site for predicted lineups is Sportsgambler.com. The reason I like this one is because it has the Belgium League on this site, which I couldn't find really on any other sites. They also have predicted lineups for the Scottish Premier League as well, Turkish League, Champions League, Europa League, MLS, all these leagues here they have predicted lineups for. And what you can expect to see is something like this. So this is the predicted lineups for the Belgium Division 1. And this is the Club Brugge game, and as you can see it shows you the predicted lineup for that game. So this is very, very useful for avoiding those did not plays. Another good thing about Sportsgambler is for injuries and suspensions. So if you click on this tile here, this will bring you to the injuries and suspensions for that chosen league. So as you can see they've got all these leagues. You can look at injuries and suspensions for all these leagues here, which is fantastic. And the good thing about this is it shows you the injuries and suspensions for every team in alphabetical order, but you can also see the expected return of the player as well. So it gives you a good idea of how long that suspension is, or how long that injury is, and when that player is expected to return. So this is vital information that you're going to want to be aware of, especially if you're looking to potentially buy a player who is injured. So you may be able to get him cheap while they're injured, with the knowledge that they're going to be back in the next few weeks. So this is a fantastic site for predicted lineups and injuries and suspensions as well. Another site that I like to look at is Flashscores.com. Obviously they're fantastic for looking at scores, but what I tend to use them for is just looking at a bit more information on a player. So this gives me a good snapshot of the minutes this player has played, and why they wasn't in a particular match, That's because they was injured or not in squad. But it's a very good snapshot of that player's match statistics for the team that they're currently playing for. I found this very useful just to look at how many games this player is missing due to injury, suspension, and more importantly, how many minutes per game that player is playing. As you can see, Neymar is pretty much playing most of the games 90 minutes. And that's what you want to be seeing really. But he has got a number of injury issues here, as you can see as well. But for someone like Neymar, he can probably be forgiven. So that was all the websites that I use on my survey journey when I'm picking my SO5 teams. There's some fantastic resources there, ones that you should definitely make use of, and it's going to improve your chances of winning those all-important rewards. If you have any thoughts on today's video, then drop them in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, then please like the video and subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to ping that notification bell to be first to be informed about any new videos. You can also follow us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram and Reddit. Also check out my free website, SorareAssist.com, links are in the description below. There's also a link if you've not signed up to Sorare yet and wish to do so, and you can get yourself a free limited card after buying any 5 cards. Okay, thanks for watching, see you again soon.